Am I loud? Is my like keyboard loud and stuff?
I think you're loud, and I think we're also live. So
Cool.
welcome. So happy Thursday, and welcome everyone here to our No Code Ops live community show. Like every Thursday, we've been hosting this series of live events based all on no code and AI. So how do we leverage this new amazing technology that everyone is talking about these days, and how do we incorporate AI into our no code operations? And so we've looked at a whole variety of tools, and today we have here Trip Stanford. Hi, Trip. It's great to have you here from IFT. And we were just laughing about it earlier on. We were just having our 5 minutes chat where I was like, hey, for a non native English speaker, if this, then that is a lot of work. And then the first tip that he showed me was like, no, you can just say IFT, right? IFT is fine.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Trip, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and what our event will be all about today?
Yeah. So my name's Trip Stanford. I'm the content marketing manager at IFT. With that, I manage all of our email, online content. I do a lot of TikToks and YouTube videos now, kind of teaching people how to use the IFT platform. So you've recently, I've been with IFT since August of last year. So if you've kind of followed our social media accounts, you've probably seen me over the past 6 months. But today we just launched a new series of AI tools a couple of weeks ago. So today I'm just going to walk through those AI tools and kind of teach you different use cases you can use them. And then I'll show you a little behind the scenes of how we're using it at IFT to kind of automate a lot of our content that we're developing and publishing across social media, our blog. Um, yeah, and that's about it.
And that's fantastic. And I can see so many people being very excited already in the chat. There's Benjamin, Ben. So great to see some people popping in. Would you like me to pull your screen?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go.
All right. So on the right, I've got our Google Drive. We're going to kind of run through a few of those just classic Google spreadsheets as we kind of do a few of these new AI applets that just run to show you how they work. But again, if you don't know what IFT is, it stands for if this then that. We are an automation platform. Historically, we've been around since around 2010. So honestly been a startup for a long time now. But our goal and mission is to help everything work better together. And what that means is you've got a lot of just digital tools and a lot of smart home tools too that just don't speak to each other. So we are the middleman that speaks to all those different tools. Now with AI, you can infuse your digital tools with artificial intelligence. I'm going to show you how that looks. The three primary AI tools that we've got right now, let me even just show you. We just go to our blog. We have the social creator, the content creator, and the summarizer. And what those are kind of designed to do is the social creator obviously helps you just write or brainstorm different social media posts. So across Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, the content creator helps you, brainstorm or build outlines for blog posts. And then the summarizer is really cool. And I think that's the sneaky one that's going to be a whole lot bigger than you expect. But it summarizes notes and then like gives you takeaways for notes. But it also, you can just tie it up to an RSS feed and you can summarize any news article. So instead of like reading that huge, long New York Times article, you can just summarize it. And then it gives you like a little blurb to engage with you or make you want to click.
Yeah,
So
I think that's fantastic because especially, I don't know if you've noticed this trend, but people don't want to read anymore. It's like,
oh
oh, I
yeah,
haven't got time. There's a lot of TLDR going on.
yep. So yeah, it's our TLDR summarizer. So
Awesome.
let's jump into a couple and I'll show you just kind of how they work. So if I go over to my
Perfect.
applets,
Would it be possible to go full screen for you?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
So this is all, I have a personal IFT account that has like 60 applets running. And this is my like IFT specific IFT account. And this is what I kind of use just for IFT. So let's start off with the AI tweet tester. So where this is, we can actually just go in the back end and just look at it.
That's great.
So
And one
how
of the
if
questions that we had in our form was from somebody called Megan, and she was like, "I'm curious to see how you guys are using AI at IFT." So, Megan, this is for you.
Oh yeah. So well, this is a example. I'll dive into how we're actually using it internally in a little bit. But ultimately, what does AI do as a like concept? It helps you, write content or even just generate ideas for content a whole lot easier. So it helps with the writer's block. So if we have any social media managers in the chat, you've probably like been given a client, you have to manage the social media content or you're doing it for your brand and you can only think of so many Twitter posts a day, right? It's just like you start hitting a wall of like, man, what's new? What should I do now? Well, AI is really good at, it doesn't have writer's block, so you kind of feed it just a topic and it can generate 20 different posts around that topic. So what we've done internally, and this is just kind of what the applet can show you. So again, IFT has around almost 800 different services that you can use AI with. And that means like ClickUp, Trello, Jira, Asana, a lot of these project management tools. So if you're using those project management tools, you could just do all of your social media ideation in those tools and then post them directly to Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn. So it's a really cool workflow to help you really just scale your social media content. What we've got here is the IFT trigger is any new row added to a spreadsheet. The folder paths is IFT. That's pretty standard with IFT, or you can just kind of customize it on your own. And then the file name is AI tweets topic. So if we go into our folder IFT, and then I go to AI tweets topic, this is where you basically, and you can do this anywhere. So the trick with our AI tools is it's always a query. So you need to have a trigger somewhere else. So this trigger is any new row on Google Sheets, query our AI tool, and then give me a response. And I'll show you in a little bit when my Wi-Fi loads. So let's do, what's a good topic? Someone in the chat, give me a topic.
Good question. What's a good topic that our audience would like to learn about or generate some content on?
Actually, me and Claudia were just talking about Atlanta. So we'll just say,
we can do Atlanta.
Best things about Atlanta. Enter it.
No code ops or operations pain points.
And then when we go over here, this is where all the response is. So I'll show you kind of what it looks like on the back end. So we scroll up, we generate that social media topic on a topic. So we've chosen Twitter because we want to post to Twitter. The tone is professional, but we've got all these other different tones you can use right there. I chose column A because it's asking me which column is the new content like topic coming from. So we chose column A. And then we're going to add a row to spreadsheet. And then so we've got my IFT account, go into AI tweets response. These are all the different rows. And then we scroll down. These are just ones I did yesterday when I was kind of playing around with it, preparing for it. But yeah. So here, Atlanta is a city filled with hidden gems, from its incredible food scene to its abundance of cultural attractions. Whether you're strolling through Piedmont Park, exploring Beltline art installations, or enjoying a Falcons game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, you'll find there's so much to love about this vibrant city. Share your favorite #Best of Atlanta moments with us. #Explore Atlanta, #ATL. So this was all written with AI on the back end of IFT. And yeah, so the way you can use that in your personal business is you just have a Google spreadsheet you write out 20 different topics, and then boom, you've got 20 different social media posts that you can kind of run
That's
with
great.
or schedule out. Yeah, this is huge. We've thought we've like loved it internally just because it really kind of cuts down on, because you can edit this. Like, if you don't like the way this sounds, you can still go in and like edit it and clean it up, or drive a new like URL that you're wanting to promote, like a new blog post from this. So it's not the end all be all, and we don't suggest you just to like run your entire social media on AI. But this is a good starting point. You know, like you can come in, edit it, clean it up, make it sound more like your brand. But you didn't have to think of everything from 0 to 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can just say, give me 10 starting points on this particular topic.
Yep. So the next, something also that's really cool. So we do connect with all your social media profiles. So, and this, I would say you could post directly to a platform. Personally, I don't suggest it just because you want to kind of edit it and customize it to your own style and tone, but we connect directly to Buffer so that you can add to your Buffer queue. So like you write 20 different ideas, boom, you've got 20 different like scheduled out posts in Buffer, and then you just go in, edit all of them, and then schedule them right there. And it'll cut your like actual social media posting time down a ton. You know what I mean?
Would you say this is your most used case scenario?
Well, the funny thing with IFT is everything's kind of custom. So I would say this, honestly, I think the summarizer is a whole lot more prevalent, just because like if you want to see, like if you want to stay on top of your New York Times, NPR, Fox News, you'll create a lot more applets around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where this,
Oh my God, that could be so cool. Imagine you could link up. So just give me a summary of the 3 main, newspapers right now, the 3 top news, and send them to me in an email.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's cool.
I think that's over the past 2 weeks that this has been live, that's generated a lot more applets, but this is one of our most loved AI tools just because of how powerful it is for our like small business audience. Now I just kind of want to show you, here, let's cancel this one, what our blog content writer looks like too. We got to go back. Ooh. Oh, let's go to my applets. Wait, just in the chat, while I'm doing this, who here, I guess, can you like raise your hand in here? Is that possible?
Well, they can write in the chat. Yeah, they can let us know.
So who is a current IFT user?
Good
just
question.
Pop in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're not a user, now that you're having a glimpse of what it can do, are you already starting to think about some ways you can implement this into your day-to-day work? So Ben is a brand new IFT user. So
well,
he hasn't used it. So Ben, how do you like it so far? Do you think you can start implementing this? And
cool.
So what looks interesting though. Yeah.
Nice. Well, welcome, Ben. We're excited to have you. If you have any questions, my email is just trip@ift.com. So feel free to send them over. I can kind of, guide you in the right direction. So this is set up kind of similarly to the social media like post creator. So we've got a new row added to spreadsheet. So that's basically our trigger. That's where we're going to add all of our ideas to write blogs on. We're going to query our content AI content writer and just write that blog. And then we're going to publish that in the Google document. So if I pop over here, this is AI blogs topic. This is kind of what I set up as our trigger.
And the database that you're using, I mean, it could be the spreadsheet, could be Airtable, could be anything else, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The cool part so like last week, there was a programmatic SEO live stream that y'all hosted using Airtable and Webflow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we connect to both Airtable and Webflow. So the whole time I was watching that, I was like, you can totally build that with IFT. It's just like every time you add a row to Airtable, write content with the social media content tool, or just write a whole like blog and then add it as a CMS tool in Webflow. So
yeah, shout out to Ian, our speaker from last week.
Yeah, good work,
or
Ian.
2 weeks ago.
So again, right here, is just going to do another topic. So best sports teams in Georgia. And again, you can like do any type of topic. The way these are kind of set up is each, like this is very simple, and we're telling this AI backend that this is a blog and kind of how to structure a blog using a professional tone.
Nice. And we also have a question from Casey. So she says, is there a way to use this tool to draft a bunch of different emails that can analyze a list of LinkedIn articles and then send that specific email to the specific author of the article? So you want to send them draft a bunch of different emails that can analyze a list of LinkedIn articles and then send that specific email to the specific author in the article. So just like sending them a summary of what they wrote.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure you can use IFT for it. So we do have like an RSS feed, and I'm not sure if you could like import those articles with a custom RSS feed. And then that's a lot of people use that for our summarizing tool. So like your if trigger is an RSS feed, and then your query is to summarize it, and then your then statement could be like send yourself an email with the summary, or send an email from your personal account to an external email that you've like added to a database. So yeah, we also have a custom webhooks tool that a lot of people like use to develop their own kind of custom solutions. Webhooks is one of our biggest services on IF, just because this really gets very custom to everyone's unique needs. We don't have a like direct LinkedIn Messenger service, so everything could happen within email, and you can kind of automate a lot of your emails individually, but you won't be able to like message them personally on LinkedIn. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, LinkedIn is always a little bit tricky to integrate with right now. Even for me to be running this live event on LinkedIn, yeah, it took some tweaking.
Yeah. So this is what it returned in a Google Doc. Again, you can kind of like redesign this so that it looks a little bit better. And what's up, Atlanta Braves? Best MLB team in the Southeast. So, again, we love using this AI tool like internally at IFT, but we like to edit all of our blogs to make them sound more like IFT and then also rank well in Google. So that's kind of the idea and goal with a lot of our blogs, is to like drive organic traffic.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's one of the risks that with AI, soon we're going to encounter a lot of similar content, I think, out there. And so what will make the difference is like being authentic. And how do you do that? Well, you have to kind of tweak and use the AI as what it is, which is like it helps you generating those prompts, those ideas, get over that writer block, but then you have to do a little bit of the work to actually make sure that, as you were saying, it is organic, it is still you. It's not a complete substitute. Yeah,
no, for sure. That's I've talked to a lot of people about this recently, and it is interesting
You and
now
me
that
both.
content, is so easy to produce. It's going to be basically a commodity. So I could totally see. I mean, though I think Google's definitely going to be around, people are still going to be searching for products. So like SEO is still going to be powerful. I definitely can see like over the next couple of years that short form video really stands out, because though I think it's possible to like automate that with AI, it's a whole lot tougher.
Yes.
So yeah, so let's dive into how we're using it internally at IFT. Again, these two tools are really good at writing social posts and like blog content. And internally, we use ClickUp. So ClickUp's kind of a project management tool. And so a few of the automations I've got running right now is when I add a task to the Twitter list, write out a Twitter post and add it to the description. So this is, again, like, since we're probably publishing around 4 blogs a week internally, and whenever we publish a new blog, we want to write a social post across LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and then share it across those tools. So we've got some automations on the back end within ClickUp that whenever I, mark a blog as published, then it adds new tasks to our Twitter lists on there. But this one's kind of fun because it uses a filter code. We published these code generators this past fall, and it makes it really easy to like customize your applets to specific use cases. So personally, let's just log in. Ooh, I don't even know if I'm logged into our IFT account on this one yet.
That often happens,
Yeah. Just let this load. Wait, so
And I
are
do
y'all
have
using AI at no code ops yet?
Well, it's definitely one of the hot topics in our community. And yeah, us as a company, yes, we are working on that. So stay tuned.
Nice.
But obviously, the community is going a little bit bananas about this whole new world of AI. And so there was a lot of fear at the beginning. Now there's a lot of excitement. And so we're
Yep.
all here to kind of learn the new opportunities and how we can really leverage rather than, just being scared that it's going to steal our jobs. And I can see in our questions, in our form that people submitted, some of the questions are still like, had something to do with jobs. Let me see. Irene, she says, there's a lot of concern about the risks of AI to human health jobs. In what specific functions or areas do you think this fear is overblown, and where do you think that the concern is valid? So we still have those kind of questions. I don't know if you would like to take it and tell us your opinion on that.
Yeah. Well, first, let me log out of an old account and then log into a new one. Let me see this. Log out. I will say that I'm very bullish on AI. I don't think, I definitely think we need to be cautious over the next few years as like it does become a lot more integrated with our, work life and our personal lives. But I don't think it's going to take jobs away to the extent that it's going to like ruin our whole economy. You know what I mean? I think like right now, just from what I've known in like the circles I'm in, everyone's using it to write their LinkedIn posts. They're using it to write their like all their social media posts. They're using it to write content, but no one's like just publishing without reviewing. You know what I mean? Like there isn't enough trust within the AI, or people are scared to like just have their online brand be an AI tool. Like they recognize that they want their own unique flavor and spin to it. So they're all using it the same way, like to generate ideas or generate like draft content, and then they're editing it here.
Yeah, customizing it. I always think of it, I always make an analogy with waves. People used to have, when they saw these massive waves, obviously they were scared, but then people learned how to surf. And now I had a lot of fun surfing those massive waves. And so,
Yep.
yeah, that's the way I look at it. At the beginning, yeah, we're all very scared, but how do we make the most out of this new technology to serve what we want to do and for us to have fun?
Ooh, do I even remember my password? Oh, God.
Rachel, I love using AI to help me with my job, but it's not perfect and find the outputs still needs the human element. 100%, Rachel. Totally agree. I'm gonna put that on the stream. Awesome. As we troubleshoot this password here, I can, oh, Jeffrey says building websites with AI is amazing. Talk about writing content. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's something I haven't played around with a ton. But again, like IFT connects with Webflow, WordPress. People do Notion like websites, and we connect directly with Notion. So there's a lot of you can kind of automate a lot of the initial pages with IFT and AI, and then go back through and edit them before you publish them.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool though. Yeah, no, I think it's something. It's a wild day we live in, because like every day I feel like something new happens with AI, and it's like tough to kind of keep up with everything.
It is. It is. We have an interesting question that says from Aaron. What's your favorite board prompt? What's a board prompt? Something that you just write down when you're bored? I don't
Um,
know.
so I guess just this is personally, my wife and I have had a lot of trouble just like thinking of like new interesting dinner ideas, like personally every week when we're like grocery shopping. And we've recently just asked ChatGPT for, good dinner ideas. And then afterwards you ask for recipes for those ideas. And it literally just gives you all of the ingredients that you need. You just copy and paste that into like a grocery list,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a cute little domestic use case.
yeah, it's very personal, but I feel like you can kind of do other things like what are topics I should write about for
Yeah,
my,
yeah, yeah.
blog,
Or I usually say, this is what I do. What would you recommend I create in terms of content? Just give me some starting points. Yeah.
Yeah.
But another thing, I always, whenever I'm bored, I guess, I don't know, I chat to it. I always make sure that I am polite to ChatGPT,
Yeah.
because you never know. You never know
Yeah,
what's gonna happen. So I want to be remembered as the polite user,
yeah, no,
Don't
ChatGPT will
kill that
definitely
one.
remember
She's
you.
good.
Yeah. They're going to know which email you signed up with, and they're going to
So
remember who
always
you
say
are.
please and thank you to your AI.
Yep. All right, I am
Please and
logging
thank
back
you.
in.
Yes. Awesome. And so just to give a sum up, if anyone is watching us now, what are we showcasing, Trip?
Yeah, so we're about to look at the back end of how I use IFT AI with ClickUp to basically generate drafts of our social posts and blogs. And boom, I should be in now. All right, can you all see that?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah, so as in ClickUp, I don't know if anyone else uses ClickUp as their like project management tool. You have all these lists, and each one is kind of like a list of to-dos. That's kind of how we use it internally. And so these are a lot of the content that we're writing right now. Earlier, so the way IFT is kind of set up is this is our trigger. So whenever I add a new to-do to this list, it's going to ping IFT AI's content writing tool, and then it's going to return it as on a description in this tool. So like earlier, I asked how to play baseball. This is not loading. Here. Oh, there it is. So now as we're like writing our content, we could basically use this as kind of our draft. And we could, again, IF's not going to write a blog on how to play baseball, but it like is a good kind of starting framework. And then same thing with any of our LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts, Twitter posts. Whenever we add a new task underneath those lists, we are pinging IFTTT to write the content, and then it adds it in a description. So all we need to do is think of the topics. Here, there's some more down lower. But yeah, so we just need to think of the topics, and then we could take that, and as we're scheduling it in Twitter specifically or LinkedIn, we can just kind of like edit it a little bit to sound a little bit better for our brand. So like this is a Twitter post, same content. Let's say we publish that blog on how to play baseball. Well, we want to share that across Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. And then so this is kind of custom to Twitter. It says, hey guys, want to learn how to play baseball like a pro? Check out these easy tips to help you hit a home run every single time. Trophy emoji, hashtag baseball, hashtag home run, hashtag tips and tricks. So,
and does it give you a follow-up? So now you're saying, check out these easy tips that will help you, blah, blah, blah. Does it give you like a thread?
No, it does not give you a thread. This is just the single post on Twitter. But you can add our blog link into this as you're posting it.
I see. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so all you had to do was just write down the topic of the blog. Yeah.
Yep. And we have some like click up stuff in the back end so that whenever I publish a blog in the blog list, then it adds a task to our Twitter list, and then it will write that content automatically. So like it's kind of like our own internal content workflow that we're doing. But yeah, the last one I wanted to show you is the summarizer.
The big one. Drum roll.
The big one. Let me see if I can log into our Slack real quick. Again, this is on my personal computer, so we're finding I haven't logged into this in a while. So yeah.
It's so good. It's not like we're live streaming anything.
Right. So a few of the applets that we're running right now are any new article in New York Times, send me a summary in Slack. So like I could technically be like send myself an emails, add it to a Google Doc, and then like once a day I can look at those. A lot of triggers and actions that can be paired here. But personally, I just kind of live out of Slack, and my email just gets overwhelmed with spam anyways. So this is just like a good way to have like this dedicated source for news articles that I want to follow up on. So
having a summary of your emails, that would be a game changer for me.
Oh yeah, just all my emails today.
just tell me which ones I should really be reading right now.
Hey, who knows? That might be possible.
Hi, Rodrigo. Welcome.
All right, so we're logging into the browser version of Slack.
Slowly but surely.
I know. So guys, I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and little known fact about Chattanooga is we were the first to offer domestic like gigabit internet, which is extremely fast. And honestly, it's become, I feel like everyone has a gigabit internet now, unless you like live really far out in the woods. But in my house, I live in a really old house, the Wi-Fi is kind of far away, and I feel like I still only get like 50 to 60 download speeds or upload speeds.
So this one here that we're looking at, it's within IFT. So and everything is free to use, all the use cases that you're showing us.
So they are on our Pro Plus plan. I will say, so historically, IFT has been a free tool, and we still have like a pretty good free offering. A few automations in our free offering, and then, but our AI tools are specifically in our Pro Plus plan. I've got a discount code for everybody. If y'all want to, log in and use it, it'll give you 15% off. And I will say we're the most affordable automation platform on the market right now. So
nice. Well, thank you for that. I love, I love giving out things during our lives.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Perks of being a NoCodeOps community member.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me try.
When I add a new topic to Google Sheet, add a new written blog to Webflow. Yeah, I'm just looking at all your use cases. New article on New York Times. Send me a summary in Slack.
Yeah. And that's something that I'm really excited about too. We're about to add, again, if any website has an RSS feed, you can basically build your own custom summarizer tool off of that. But we're about to add a bunch of just new services. So like ESPN, I've got really into the Premier League recently, so I want to stay up to date in the Premier League. And then, let's see.
People are appreciating the discount as well. They're like, oh, we love a discount.
Oh, yeah.
Don't we all, Ben? Don't we all?
Yeah, I'm actually just going to share that in the chat real quick. It's really simple.
Just probably tell me. I'm not sure you can write down.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it's, I'll Slack it to Claudia, and she can share it in the Discord later. How about that?
I like that. And that's also a prompt for you guys to be active in our Discord, because that's the place to be. So if you do want to get that sweet discount, you know where to find it.
Cool. And yeah, right now my Slack is still loading. Here we are.
As it's loading up, I'm gonna pull some of the questions that we had in our forum, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go for it. This is y'all can watch it load too. We're all just hanging out here.
We have somebody called Alice saying, what are the capabilities difference in feature, which I'm not really sure, of IFT and Make. So I guess what are the different features between?
Yeah, so the way I look at it is we're the easier to use, more lightweight version of Make and Zapier. So both are great tools. And if you have like highly customizable solutions, then they probably be a little bit better for you. But we are perfect for small business owners, freelancers, like no-code operators that really just don't have a huge need and want something a little bit simpler that's like easy to use, works every single time, and more affordable. So with Zapier or Make, you're probably going to pay anywhere from like $300 to $500 a year on that platform. And with us, our most expensive, if you pay annually, it's like $50 a year. So yeah, we're a little bit, and I would say that Make and Zapier are, just a little bit more complicated to use. So like a lot of, social media influencers use IFT. Like a lot of Twitch streamers love managing their platform, their Discord and their Twitch stream and Twitter community with IFT. So
interesting.
Yeah.
So
these are a few
with Discord as well. That's good to know. for me?
Yeah. So, yeah, we connect with Discord, we connect with Twitter, we connect with like YouTube. So if you're publishing a new YouTube video, automatically share that to your Discord community. If you're going live on Twitch, automatically share that to your Discord community. So those are kind of a lot of the use cases people historically have used IFT for.
Nice.
So this is just kind of what this summarizer looks like. You can send a personal email to yourself, and it looks like these are all from the New York Times. So Jeremy Renner recounts a typical recovery after a snowplow accident. Not the happiest time, but here's the summary. And then there's a link to it if you really want to go check it out.
I saw there's a lot of like politics and was like,
Yeah. But we also connect to Hacker
You get
News.
the idea. You get the idea.
Yeah, and Reddit, and yeah, soon to be the Premier League. So there's a lot of other opportunities there. But yeah, and then if you're if you're just writing notes for a meeting, you can have that summarized and then Slack to you. So yeah, it's just a lot of like really cool mini use cases that you can do with our AI tools.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. I love the fact that it's so, it's easy to use, but most importantly, it has so many features that nowadays are so relevant that so I've never used it before, but now I'm really intrigued, and I can't wait to experiment myself with all the possibilities. So thank you for showing us today.
No, for sure.
If anyone here has any questions, please drop them in the chat. Now is the good time to do that. And yeah, Trip, were you going to say something?
Well, yeah, just stay relevant on the Discord. I'm going to share the 50% off discount code there. And then, yeah, try out IFT AI, and yeah, let me know what you think.
So I'm going to open up the Q&A for a couple minutes because I do have some questions that our audience have submitted in the forum. So one of them being, what is your top recommendation when, I guess, using AI and no code?
Yeah, personally, I think it's a no-brainer in like today's day and age just to even use AI. The brainer part of it is to actually review what the AI is saying. So don't go out there and just like publish a bunch of AI content on your website without reviewing it. That's the one thing that I think is a little bit harmful from like a brand perspective. Always try and take the great content. I mean, AI does write extremely like intelligent content, but just read it first, review it, and then kind of tone it to your, mold it to your own brand's voice.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Don't be like everyone else. Always stand out.
My personal Twitter has been running completely on AI since like January, and my follower count hasn't grown. I think the only engagement I get is from other AI bots on the platform. So from personal experience, it doesn't like make you go viral, you know, but being authentic is what makes you go viral. So
yeah, that's for sure. Let me see. We had an interesting case scenario here. Twitter suspended me for using Make and ChatGPT. What's the workaround? How did they suspend you, Ben, if you're here? Why did they do that? But yeah, I'm not sure. Is there a workaround? I've never been banned or suspended on
yeah,
Twitter.
I mean, the only way I can see you like becoming banned is if you're maybe trying to post like 100 times in a day. I would definitely take it up with Twitter's like internal team, maybe send it like a help article or just like a help request in there, and just be as authentic as possible so they know that you're not like a bot trying to I mean, I know that over the past like 3 or 4 months, that was one of Twitter's primary goals, is to kind of remove a lot of that bot content to make it a more natural and authentic social media platform. So my only suggestion is don't look like a bot.
Yeah, act like a human bot.
Yes.
Okay, I guess one last question then from Samson. What are the limitations to using this platform for content automation?
So limitations, I know that right now, so we are running off of ChatGPT 3 and we're like paying for like the pro version. So all of our Pro Plus users get access to like those speeds and quality of content. But the upper limitation is our users, I think you can only post like 200 prompts a day, which is also way more than anyone would need from a AI tool, unless you're trying to, automate 1,000 new pages on your website, which is still possible, but maybe IFTTT is not the best tool for that, So that's probably the only upper like technical limitation is the 200 count. And then also if you're posting 200 times to Twitter every single day, then you're probably going to get banned.
Yeah, sometimes I also get Discord to, I get a verify you're a human kind of prompt.
Oh yeah.
I am. I just like DMing people a lot, especially in my community.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, no, thank you so much, Trip. I think if I don't see any more questions popping up, so yeah, thank you for taking the time to walk us through your presentation and just show us all the features at IFTTT. Yeah, it's been fantastic. So I hope the audience here found this event as valuable as I did. I learned a lot from it, and I'm sure other people did as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of our community and sharing value and knowledge with us. So yeah, excited to having you as a guest today, and hopefully we can keep our collaboration going for future events.
Yeah, sounds great. And I'm excited for the conference happening in September. So let's
100%, 100%. Thank you so much. And for everyone else here, I guess I will see you next week, next Thursday. We're continuing our series of events based on no code and AI. I think our next one will be featuring catalog. So streamlining operations and leveraging AI. At some point we will be finishing off this AI hype, but until then, let's surf that wave.
Cool.
All right. Bye, Trip. Thank you so much, and
bye,
goodbye,
guys.
everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Bye-bye.